Hello everyone, welcome back to another Raid Shadow Legends video. I hope you're all having a fantastic day, and today we're discussing the new fusion that just went live for Kroz Wallbreaker, the Ogryn Tribe's bomber. And look, if there's one word I had for him, I have to say it's disappointing. I just find him completely disappointing as a champion. He does have his uses, but for me, he's just disappointed me, especially with the A2. We'll dive into it in a second, but I just found it interesting because this fusion, I've seen so many mixed reactions online. Some people saying he's a must-do, other people saying he's basically don't bother doing him at all. He's useless, and of course, he falls somewhere in between, and it's very account-dependent. If you don't have a bomber on your account, he could be a great option. If you need damage for the Ogryn Tribes, he can be a great option. But for me, his letdown comes with PvP, and in comparison to Nishak, the other bomb champion that was a fusion a year or two ago. And it all comes down to one skill on his A2. So we'll get into that in a second. We'll start off I'm sure you've all seen his kit many times before. His A1's decent. 3-time hitter, can decrease the bomb duration or bomb detonation duration on the target by 1 turn and places a stun. Decent, right? His A2 initially reads amazing. A place of 2 bomb debuffs on each enemy that detonate after 2 turns at 100% is brilliant. No weak hits. It's really, really good. However, for Arena, this second part is a massive letdown. Fills this champion's turn meter by 25% for each enemy with a bomb debuff. So you don't have to place 2 bombs on the enemy to get at 25%. You can just place one of them and you will get that 25% turn meter. However, Raid Shadow Legends is an interesting game. 100% turn meter doesn't mean you'll go next because you can get more than 100% turn meter in the game. So say you're in Arena, you've got your Kroz going up and he places bombs on every champion, so you get 100% turn meter. However, there could be champions on your team that have more turn meter than him and champions on the enemy team that have more turn meter than him, which means he doesn't get a chance. And then, for example, because they're only on a 2-turn detonation still, as he hasn't gotten that extra turn, a cleanser is able to go and cleanse off all those bomb debuffs just because they don't instantly detonate anymore. And for me, this is where the major issue is, because I was hoping he would be a basically comparative to Nishak, which is what Nubs Raids was saying on his video. He said he spoke to Plarium about it and they said they wanted him to be very similar to Nishak in basically this guaranteed him an extra turn, which it doesn't, because you can get more than 100% turn meter. Think of Sun Wukong, for example. Sun Wukong gets 100% turn meter on his passive, but he doesn't always go next because you can get more than 100%. So for me, it's just a massive letdown. I don't know why they just didn't give him an extra turn like Nishak. This would solve all of these issues because then he would be able to go straight into his A3, which is amazing. His A3 is really good. Being able to put block actives for a 2-turn in Arena will be brilliant. And then of course he reduces the detonation countdown. So that would be amazing. This is a good skill. But for me, not being able to get an instant turn or instant turn basically just makes him not good in PvP, just because you can't guarantee that those bombs are going to go off on the enemy champion's turn that they take next. You can't do 2-turn bomb detonations in PvP unless maybe Gaius is an exception, but for Kroz, it just won't work. It's extremely disappointing. I don't know why they had to try and get funky with it. It's meant to be that pseudo extra turn, but I mean, he's just going to get cut in, especially at the speeds people run in Arena. So for me, he's incredibly disappointing from that perspective, and I just wouldn't use him in Arena because he's not going to be able to reduce the bomb detonation cooldown. And once again, Plarium, why didn't you just give him an extra turn in his kit? What's with the turn meter? Just give him an extra turn and make him useful. What's the point in just making him worse than Nishak? Give us another option who's basically... Nishak's got his cool poison thing. Nishak doesn't have block actives, but he has the poisons, so it's a bit of give and take. Just give him the extra turn. Rework him, give him the extra turn. A3 itself, though, as I was saying earlier, is very good, and he'll be really good for faction wars where it's kind of less imperative that he automatically cycles back to getting an extra turn. The block actives will be useful there, and his passive is interesting, but I don't think it's personally game-changing. So from my perspective, I will be going for him. I don't have a really good bomb champion. I need a good damage dealer for my Ogryn Tribes, so I'll be going from him from that perspective. But yeah, probably won't use him in Arena just because he's not going to get an extra turn and his bombs aren't going to do anything. So for me, incredibly disappointing from that perspective. As I said earlier, the fusion has gone live. We'll quickly go through the fusion calendar. So here the fusion calendar is. If I move over slightly, that's the wrong way. You can see 130 fragments available, but 20 are from winning tournaments. So you basically take off 20. So it's 110 available. Honestly, it's a pretty clear cut. You've got the finite tournament and the gear hunters open at the same time with the champ training. So those are all going to be feeding into that one gear hunters event. And then you've got a classic arena and a summon rush on the weekend. Classic arena, very easy if you just play the game. Summon rush, of course, you need to use your shards for. It will be summon rush, which means you get points per the shards you summon, not on the champions you get. So higher kind of fragments are better, not fragments, shards. Sacred shards are better than ancient shards. For this is the example I will give. And then gear enhancement, pretty simple. This dragon tournament and this gear hunters, there's kind of only one tournament that feeds into this gear hunters, so it's going to be pretty gem heavy. This ice golem might feed in, but I very much doubt it. And then you've got another gear enhancement, which is again just spending silver. Another champ training tournament, which feeds into this third gear hunters. Then you've also got that spider, which feeds into this third gear hunters. And then you have the champion chase tournament, which will probably be, I mean, it's on Black Friday. Last year and the year before, I saw other content creators say they did 2x for basically every shards on alternating days. So, I don't know, for example, on the Friday, it was 2x Ancients, then Saturday, 2x Voids, Sunday, 2x Sacreds, and then they did a surprise 2x Mythicals, which was just on the Mythicals, not the Legendaries or the Epics. So, I mean, it seems interesting. I'll probably be doing basically all of it. I might look to skip this gear hunters in the middle just because there's not going to be much that feeds into it, and I don't really want to spend a lot of gems in attempting to do it. Or of course you could just go for the minimum points on like the summon rush and then fully complete the champion chase, because usually they split at 5 and 10 points in the champ chase and the summon rush. You can either go for the low rewards or you can go for the low and the upper, which is the 5 and then the 10 fragments. I mean, yeah, I don't think the gear hunters really line up that well. This fusion is my main takeaway from this. You're going to be spending a lot of extra energy. I think this third one is the only one that's really getting true tournaments feeding into it, as well as that champ training. Of course, you'll be able to do a bit of champ training with the gear hunters, and the other two gear hunters only have one like tournament feeding into them. So I don't think it's the best for energy usage, but I mean, it's not going to be difficult. It is a fragment fusion as well, which is the easiest, just because you don't have to put together any champions to feed up. So overall, it's an alright event calendar in my opinion. So yeah, jumping back to Kroz, I mean, I'll be going for him, as I said. Let me know if you're going for him down in the comments below. Let me know your thoughts on him. Do you think Plarium will buff him? I really think Plarium should just get rid of this and just say, grants this champion an extra turn. Just do it. It's not gonna, it will make him so much better, but it won't make him broken. It'll put him on par with Nishak, in my opinion. So for me, it's just, yeah, it's just disappointing that they decided to go down that path, just because it's not working as they intended. Like, I'm just, yeah, just disappointing, I think, is the way. Here's Nishak, here's his ability, which is to attack all enemies, then grants an extra turn. Just do that with Wallbreaker. It will be so much better. I don't understand why they can't do it. Of course, Nishak brings the decreased attack instead of the block actives. The block actives is probably better, but I mean, just give him the extra turn. Just give him the extra turn. He's useless in arena otherwise. That's my opinion. Let me know your thoughts. Do you think Plarium will buff him? Probably won't. Let me know down below if you're going for him, and let me know any changes you would make to his kit. Otherwise, I hope you guys enjoyed the video and have a great rest of your day.